This is the rhythm of the
Hello and welcome to another OnTrade show podcast, the show that brings hopefully some inspiration to venues and the people across the industry, and as we look to try and move the industry forward. This show is a bit of a recap of season one, and to introduce our new co-host to everyone, and hopefully take the bad look off of me and somebody more engaging to deal with as we welcome Molly Godfrey.
Hi.
Please welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much. Yay! I'm so excited to be here. I'm
How are
so
you?
excited. I'm so good. I am so good. How are you?
I'm getting there.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm awake, I'm alive. It's always a good start, I suppose.
It's always a good start to the show.
It is. So tell us a bit about yourself, Molly.
So, at the moment, I am a personal trainer and online coach, running a women's only business in Glasgow. And I've been doing that for the past, since COVID really. And I love my job. I love my business and everything like that. And I also love being in front of cameras.
I was going to say not the reason that we've got Molly on the show isn't to get me fit as a personal trainer.
I did try it.
Which
didn't
is
work.
never going to happen,
No,
let's be
didn't work,
honest.
didn't work.
That's not allowed. But no, very much great to have you here and welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. It's such an exciting new experience to, as somebody who loves the hospitality industry and loves to go out and experience everything. It's so exciting to be able to learn about all the background stuff and how people run the business. And, I walk in, I order a bottle of Prosecco, sometimes I don't remember the rest of the night, and that's how it goes. But it's nice to know how, business owners are doing how they do it.
Well, that's one of the kind of reasons I was keen to have you involved, right? Not only a glowing, shining personality,
Stop, no, keep going.
but it's good to have the other side of the fence involved from the kind of consumer point of view. Somebody that's younger, obviously, than me, that can bring a bit of that perspective to the show and to the people and the venues that we
No,
talk to.
definitely. I feel as if like everyone's experiencing the hospitality industry differently just now.
Totally.
Every generation experiences it completely differently, and sometimes I like to think of it as, and I speak to my clients about this as well, which is so funny how when I used to go out, I mean, I'll be 30 in 2 weeks' time, which is scary, but when I turned 18, I'm going out, everyone's in, all the girls that are going out are wearing little dresses and they're wearing high heels. I don't see a single girl wearing high heels anymore. Everyone's in trainers. And I'm like, I don't see he's dancing, so it can't be a practicality thing. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on there.
Well, this is the thing, right? So this is one of the questions I was going to have for you, right? So from, let's say, a younger generation, I'm making my feel.
I'm still young, right? I'm still young for
totally,
at least another wee while.
I try to kid myself on that as well. But
Oh, you're well past it.
yeah, thanks. Grey hair and all that. But
Here?
that was a low blow.
I know, but it was fast, wasn't it?
It was sharp. I like that. But this is the thing, right? So from a younger generation, let's say, they experience the hospitality industry a different way. We've heard loads of comments and loads of statements from across the industry that young people don't drink as much, they're more health conscious, they're more this, they're Gen Z, this whole thing, right? Do you think that's accurate, or do you think that it's because there's been a lack of experience across the industry where it's all historically for maybe the last 5 years it's all became a wee bit samey?
And it's almost, I feel as if it's almost quite alien to, I mean, again, like anyone, I suppose, under the age of 25. So, they're turning 18 and, they can't go out because it was COVID. So nobody could go out. They didn't get to experience trying to get into a nightclub with their older sister's ID. Like they didn't get to really experience that. They kind of just got thrown into this new lifestyle of health and fitness is the only way forward. Like, don't go out. If you do go out, just drive and don't drink and things like that. And it's not a case of that's how it has to be. There's such a good balance in life that you can absolutely have. And it's almost like it doesn't appeal to the younger generation as much anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't exactly tell you why, but I know that there's only certain venues that I would probably get excited about going to now,
Right.
instead
Okay.
of almost feeling like you could just walk into anywhere and know that you're going to have a good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel it is very different now.
Well, I think that's. I mean, I've talked to. We spoke to Sasha,
Hmm.
Sasha Lord, on one of the other shows, and we're of a similar age. I don't know why I'm going over our age again, but we're of a
You
similar
sure about
age.
it at all?
Where my experience of going out or like a nightclub or
Uh-huh.
a venue, there used to be and certain people listening to this will understand it. When I used to go out when I was younger, you had you went to a bar
Yep.
up until about 11 o'clock,
Hmm.
and then from 11 o'clock you went to a nightclub,
Yeah, we're going to the dance, and where are we going
and
next?
that's where you were until you ended up in somebody's kitchen at 4 o'clock
Yeah,
in the morning,
exactly.
right? But then there became the first kind of big shift in the industry
Hmm.
came when the curfew period used to hit in.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure if you're old enough to
Uh-huh.
remember that, but there was a period when you had to be in whatever venue you had to be in.
Hmm.
I think it was after before 11 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
or you didn't get in.
Uh-huh.
It's as simple
Uh-huh.
as that. Where then you had venues like in Glasgow, you had One Up
Hmm.
and stuff like that
Oh,
that
I
became
miss One Up. I loved One Up. I really did.
where you had a bit of a hybrid model. It was a kind of
Uh-huh.
bar club
Yep.
type
Uh-huh.
environment.
So that was the over 21s, is that
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
So I think COVID gave us another kind of monumental shift in the
Yeah.
way the industry operated, where you pretty much couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But there is a whole generation for the last 5 6 years,
Mhm.
that were when COVID hit, you're maybe, 15, 16,
Mhm. Mhm.
whatever, that haven't really
And they've
experienced
not
queuing to
even.
get into a
Yeah,
nightclub, that
yeah.
haven't experienced having to queue to get anywhere to do
Uh-huh.
anything.
Uh-huh. They're like they've not had the experience of getting excited about turning 18, knowing
Aye,
that that's going to be your first night in the nightclub legally.
aye. First legitimate night out,
First
I can
actual night
drink with
out
it.
with your pals or your because it was my funnily enough it was I had actually never been in a nightclub until my 18th birthday.
Right,
I
okay.
tried once when I was 15 in a nightclub in Paisley, but the group that I was with we were all trying to use the same ID and I
Passing
was
it
the
back to
last
you.
one to use it. And by the time that both the bouncers had, looked and then it was me, and they'd both already seen this ID, and I looked nothing like the girl anyway. And they just went and they showed it to each other, and I'm sitting there like
Hi.
thinking, right, because everyone's already gone in. I'm the one standing there, and I'm thinking, surely you've got to let me in. Do not send me home. And they went, no, sorry, not tonight. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And
Gutted.
that's me. And I'm away. And I thought, never again. I'm never ever doing that again. So my first actual night out in the town was with my older brother. He took me out and
Right.
we went to Driftwood.
Driftwood,
Yeah,
right,
we went
okay.
in there and I had a peach schnapps and lemonade for the first time.
Ooh.
Beautiful. I think that's where my love of peaches come from now.
Nice.
And then I think we went to Jelly Baby that night
Right,
because I
okay.
think it was a Thursday night. So there's a kind of studenty night, and
Yeah, yeah.
we went there, and I remember. Sorry, I don't remember leaving, but my brother told me that I think we left. We had to leave about 10 p.m.
But
And
that
I
was
feel like that's what it's meant to be like. You're meant to
aye,
go out and
a rite of
experience
passage,
it.
right?
It's your 18th. That's when you can embarrass yourself or have fun and all that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
stuff. And it's like people are too, or like I would just say that the younger generation now are almost too. Everyone also looks a lot older than I suppose they are, which doesn't help because
Yeah.
they're
I've seen
they're
18-year-olds that look 35.
it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Whereas I'm trying to age backwards by getting my Botox and all that done, so I'm hoping to Benjamin Button it here and actually like turn 18 or look 18 in the next 10 years. But I feel as if like some people are, they're going on nights out and the only thing they care about is taking photos or taking this kind of thing. And it's,
Well, that was
have
another
a good
thing I was
time with your friends.
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to ask, right? This is a generational thing, and one of my friends is really focused on it,
Hmm.
right? And you've seen a lot of gigs and a lot of events now coming in and saying no phones.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, I think it Lewis Capaldi recently
Yeah.
said he didn't want phones
Uh-huh.
or
No
people with
photos
phones
and
in the
things.
gigs
Yep.
because again, when people are spending money, and I get that they want to capture
Hmm.
moments for nights and things and nights out
Yep.
with friends, but it seems to be more about the aesthetic, or look at me and I'm having a great night, as
I'm
opposed to
having a great
I'm
night.
actually having a good night.
But your friends are sitting waiting to chop into their burger, but you're not letting them eat because you're just wanting a photo of
Yeah.
it. Like, I understand it. And don't get me wrong, like, there has been times where I want to take my phone out and I want to take photos, or the lighting looks
Yeah,
nice
we've
and
all
things
done
like that. Like, we've all done that. But I think when, like, an outsider looking in, and you think, and I suppose, like, maybe you wake up the next day or whatever and you think, oh, wait a minute, I had the opportunity to spend time with my friends there. And you just, yeah, yes, I can look at the photos and they're all dead aesthetic. But what about back in the day when
Aye.
none of those
There's
photos
never
are
had any
making it
phones and
on the social
memories.
media because they're too
No,
they're
upside down behind the
messy.
couch and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been there. Been there and done that, wore a t-shirt. But yeah, it's good to get a perspective from
Uh-huh.
that side of things, because, as I said, we obviously work together through some
Mhm.
of the promotion stuff
Yeah.
with Maud and some of the girls are going to be
Yeah.
involved in the awards
Yeah.
coming up shortly. And I know it's a bit an ongoing joke, but the amount of pictures that get taken, and I feel as if I'm
Oh,
a
we
group
did take a
photographer.
lot of photos.
I'm like, hi, right, I'll just
You're just the human tripod at that
human
point.
tripod at that point. You need to be really careful how you say that, by the way. That's let's not go down that road. But aye, as I say, it's a cultural
Uh-huh.
age thing. But
It's
I,
very
I think
different.
I've seen a bit of a shift back the way,
Uh-huh.
where people are now starting to look at,
It's now.
put the phone down a wee bit
Uh-huh.
more, go out more, experience things with your
Yeah, people are
friends.
starting to talk about it. And
Yeah,
that's the sort of thing that's trending online. So on your TikToks and your Instagram reels and things like that, so people are sitting watching videos and it's somebody saying, why is your screen time so high? Why
yeah,
is this and that? Have you gone outside today? Have you
yeah.
smelt the flowers outside? Have you actually
And
experienced life?
I think
You
that's
know?
important, because there is hospitality offers so much, the
Uh-huh.
venues offer so much, the experiences, and we talked about that in one of the earlier shows with Berlinkies
Uh-huh.
earlier
Uh-huh.
on, about the environment of creating an
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
where you don't want to look at your
No.
phone, you're laughing
No.
too much, you're
Uh-huh.
singing along too much,
Uh-huh.
and you're visually experiencing what's going
Uh-huh.
on, as opposed to put your phone down for
Uh-huh.
two
Trying to take
minutes
a
and
photo of it
live in the
even as
moment,
well.
as
Uh-huh.
opposed to,
Uh-huh.
constantly having to look at other avenues. So that's
Yeah.
really, really positive.
Yeah. It's
One of,
almost like, sorry to interrupt, but it's
that's
almost
right.
like it, venues like Berlinkies are trying to bring back the feeling of, or like how a venue's supposed to make you feel.
Yes.
You're supposed to feel excited. You're supposed
Yes.
to feel as if you're somewhere else. You're not meant to feel as if you're just in your local pub, thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go home soon. Da, da, da. You feel as if you're somewhere else, or like you're even on holiday kind of thing, because
Exactly.
it's not the kind of thing that we normally have
No.
in Glasgow, let alone even the UK. I suppose it is quite new, and especially for Glasgow, I think that was a fantastic addition.
No, definitely. Because when you look at, I mean, we talked about the World Cup and certain aspects and what that's meant to hospitality and things like that. I know it's devastating. It's not as if we didn't
Don't know why he
expect.
keeps bringing it up.
It's not as if we didn't expect for it to be close but no cigar. But that's a side issue. Um, but if Scotland fans are getting applauded the world over
Yeah,
for how they've represented
for
Scotland
who
as a
they are,
country, drank
their
Boston Dry,
energy, yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing. But why can that not be done when they're here?
And then, they're saying to the Bostonians, they're saying, "Oh, come to Glasgow, I'll take you. Moan over to my house, right? And I'll take."
Hundred
Like,
percent.
where are they going to take them?
Exactly.
What's the
You look at the
energy?
setup in Boston, and how the city embraced Scottish fans
Uh-huh.
and the football and hospitality and everything else that
Hmm.
came with it. And I've seen loads of the Bostonians saying they're coming over and we're
Yeah.
going to spend next year
Uh-huh.
across in Scotland and
Yeah.
Glasgow. And then you look at, well, how is Glasgow City Council going to sort
How
that
are
out?
we going to handle that?
Glaswegians can't move about the city without a road being shut or places being stuck.
Exactly.
How are we going to embrace
Uh-huh.
another 100,000 people coming out the city?
Exactly.
And don't even let's get started in the Commonwealth Games. That's a
Oh,
whole different
I
kettle
know.
of fish.
We'll see what happens with that in the next couple of weeks.
It's madness, and as I say, the aspects that are there need to change for that,
Yeah.
because for us, that's how cities across the world
Hmm.
are able to utilise, and in the UK, Manchester, and we spoke to Sasha about that on one of the shows, how that hospitality and nighttime economy concerts
Hmm.
are used to drive the economy of the
Hmm.
cities, and how
Hmm.
that can be done so successfully.
Yeah.
And that was a prime example for me about Scotland fans, 40,000 Scottish fans going across to
So
Boston.
many, so many planes full of them,
Aye,
full of
and
them.
the streets full, bagpipes, the whole
Everyone knew
bit.
somebody that was, you know, taking the weeks off work and saying that they're going to sell their wife if they manage to get a ticket for it.
If I had a wife, I probably would have done that. That's beside the point. But do you know what I mean? When you can see that happening and people from our country going and representing the country
Yeah.
so well
So well. I'm
around
so
hospitality,
proud.
drinking, and
Uh-huh.
then you think to yourself, but why can we not do that
Why does it
here?
not feel like that on a Saturday night here?
100%. And I was laughing. I was speaking to somebody about it, a celebrity that was over there, let's say, and he was talking about, how the venues integrated with them and how they supported it and how it was
Mhm.
a big party atmosphere and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And then he's like, but if I was wanting to do the same thing over here, I'd have to be home by 11
Oh,
o'clock because I
uh-huh.
can't really get the
Uh-huh.
last bus
Are you meant to
finishes
get
at
home?
whatever, or I
Yep.
can't get driving to town to park.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, I get it. It doesn't make
It's
sense.
so funny.
It doesn't
And I
make
say
sense.
it's funny when it's really not funny.
No, it's not
But you
funny,
know what
but
I mean?
that should be, for me, that should be a shining case for everything that we've talked about in a lot of the shows with a
Yeah.
lot of venues about the blocks that are there for hospitality in Scotland and in the UK that don't exist other
No,
places.
no. The
That is,
barriers are just they're limitless. There's just so many, or there's always something that's going to stop you from wanting to go out.
yes,
Yeah.
agree. One of the things that we want to do, I want to do a kind of, I wish I had bits of paper here. I should have, but I don't have. Is do a kind of news moment,
I
right?
would love to do that. I've always wanted to be a news reporter.
Justin Wingate, News at 10. So
But we have to have the matching glasses for it.
yeah,
So
I know.
we'll need to get some of them.
I can see sounds with these, so we're fine. So there's been a couple of things
Mhm.
that have been quite prominent connected to hospitality industry, as much as it's loosely, right?
Uh-huh.
But I wanted your opinion on this, right? So there's been let's say, I hasten to use the word famous TikToker.
Mhm. Well, well known.
Well known,
and
right?
well
There
known.
you go.
Well
Well
known.
done. Thank
Well
you
known.
for that.
To the right people.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows
So
who
a
this person is.
well-known TikToker recently put a post out on the platform talking about Chilenos.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
Some of the people watching this may know
Might have had a glimpse
had a
of what
glimpse
we're
of it,
talking
because let's
about.
be honest, our Instagram feed has been full of it, right? Where this and the TikToker
Mhm.
basically said that she was doing a collaboration
Mhm.
and
She'd been invited down
she'd been invited
specifically
down, right?
to
Okay,
promote.
and the bottle of rosé prosecco and the food and
Mhm.
stuff like
Mhm.
that, and how it was a collaboration only for
Mhm.
the venue. Rightly, I hasten to add, and well done to Selenos,
Got to stand
to
your ground. Stand
to
on
come out and
business.
say that was not a
Liar.
collaboration. You never done any of those things.
We
Uh,
don't know who you are.
and you paid for your meal. For this person to then come out and go, yeah, well, I didn't think it was that good anyway, and
Honestly,
slated
it
it.
got secondhand embarrassment, even considering that somebody would thought that she could get away with that. Like,
But this is a thing, right? So again, from someone that is
Mhm.
on social media, right?
Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
do a lot of social
Uh-huh.
media, you do a lot of content, right? And I'm sure your friends and stuff like that do as
Uh-huh.
well, right? What possesses people?
I mean, you're asking the wrong guy for that one. It's not like I started doing
But
that.
what? No, I'm not saying you. Yeah, I'm not saying you go, hi, collab, how you doing?
Everything on my Instagram's fake.
But
Never even met them.
what hit me was I was like, what's going on?
It's
What-
almost as if she may have thought that the owner or the team behind Chilinos isn't as forefront as she
Yeah.
realised, like she must have thought that, oh, they're never going to see this, it's fine, I can just say whatever I want, really.
But rather than taking it down, she decided
She
to
doubled down.
doubled in and went, oh, your stuff's crap anyway. And I'm like, it was 10 out of 10 banging 10 minutes ago. What is going on? But
And but again, that's also the thing with social media and the industry, like, just to sidetrack that and
Yeah.
what she did was not correct and things like that, but people who are going and promoting these different venues because they've been invited down,
yeah,
are they giving their 100% honesty?
Is it
Are they
genuine?
wanting to try and keep them on? Like, I know that there
100%.
are there's like certain TikTokers and influencers and things like that do give their 100% honesty, which is why they are getting invited more and more places, because
Yep.
they are, if something's 10 out of 10 really good,
Yeah,
they will say that. And if it's, if something wasn't quite right, they will also say that, which I think a lot of venues are probably actually appreciating as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending, because sometimes even if it's maybe a negative review, they're still getting engagement and they're getting more people understanding and knowing who they are.
Well, that's
You
what I was
know.
going to say. Feedback, I think, from a venue's perspective, I think is important, whether
Hmm.
it's in person or
Yeah.
whatever. But the thing I was always say in support of a lot of the venues is, I think people are quite quick to jump on and put a
Uh-huh.
review on
Yeah.
without actually giving the venue a chance to deal with it at the
To
time.
respond. Uh-huh.
So I've seen situations where people have commented on a situation where
Hmm.
maybe a staff member, their food's been a wee bit
Uh-huh.
slow because they've been really busy or
Yeah.
whatever else, and then the next thing you see
They take it to
a
social media
review
and
on
it's
whatever, and
or
while
a
they're
Google review
sitting,
even. While they're sitting there,
while they're sitting at the
instead
table,
of asking the
rather
staff
than saying,
member,
"Sorry, did you forget that?" or
uh-huh,
what,
yeah,
and giving the venue a
yeah,
chance to fix it.
yeah.
But as I say,
That doesn't
because
get engagement. That
no,
doesn't
that
spark
no,
controversy.
but exactly,
Fixing
and
things. That's
then
why.
it's more about, and that's where social media can be dangerous for
Uh-huh.
venues, and I
It
get
can be, and
why.
it's a shame. It's a real shame.
I get why venues can be a bit hesitant or a bit
Uh-huh.
prickly when it comes
Yes.
to that, because, as I say, I had to bring that up because I've literally seen it on every feed that I've had,
Uh-huh. I
and
think everyone in Glasgow's had
I was kind of like,
a wee look at it.
what's going on? What,
Yeah.
is somebody had a word? Is everything
Uh-huh.
all right? Is, what's happening? I don't follow. But no, so from us to Selena's, well done, fantastic, great
Such a
response,
good
well
job.
done, and
Everyone
yeah,
on social media now is saying like that they've handled it so well
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
things like that, and that's just given them so much engagement. And I get, like I'd said, I've never been, but I am desperate to go
The
now.
food is great. The food, we've been in quite a lot, and
I'm not even surprised.
food and
I've
service is
heard
great.
such good things about it.
And yeah, it is, to coin a phrase, it is 10 out of 10
10 out of 10
banging.
banging.
Question for you,
Go on,
right?
hit me.
Question for you.
Not physically, but
Drum roll, not physically.
don't hit me.
But so I'd be keen
Mhm.
to understand. We get asked a lot of questions like, where do you recommend? Where do you recommend
Oh yeah,
going?
yeah,
And
yeah.
stuff like that
Mhm.
from the magazine.
Mhm.
And there's so many good offerings, but
Mhm.
obviously, what I sometimes feel is I try to be remain impartial, as
Of
if I'm
course.
banging on
Uh-huh.
about, yeah, this venue's brilliant, and everyone's got the opinion on what would no, or I show bias to the industry, which
Yeah.
I don't. So I'd be keen to ask you,
Mhm.
right, your top 5 venues that
Mhm.
you've been to in Scotland or
Okay.
Glasgow
Okay.
in the last wee while. So, what would you say is your favourite? Obviously, we've got the awards coming up.
If we have some categories, give me a
Yes,
category.
right.
Yep,
So
give me a
I'll make it
category.
easy. Just don't be picky.
Give me a
So
category.
let's kid on this as like a mini awards, right? A mini awards. Drrrr.
With the little award as well. I want to
We have
thank
the
you so much
prototype.
to my
Thank you.
mum.
Speech. So let's say the restaurant of the year. If
Oh,
you and your partner were going out for
okay.
something to eat for
Mhm.
dinner, just the two of you,
Okay.
right? What would be your first choice? And what would theirs be? What do you think theirs would be?
I think mine and John's are quite different. We're
Right.
quite different. He's very easily pleased, we'll say. Very
Okay.
easily pleased. Me, I'm a little bit more picky, but I'm
Is
actually
that a polite way of saying he does what he's told?
yeah, pretty much.
Why is that not surprising?
I definitely wear the trousers in that one, that's for sure.
Okay.
However, if we're going out, if I'm getting to choose the venue, then I actually, instead of it being based on the food,
Mhm.
I go somewhere that I love the customer service.
All right.
That
Well,
to
okay.
me overtakes absolutely everything. And I've always said that
Okay.
if I go somewhere where I feel like the food is maybe 6 or 7 out of 10, but the customer service is a 10 out of 10, I'll be back.
Really?
I will
Wow.
absolutely be
Okay.
back. Yep. He isn't that fussed about it. He just wants to know that he's getting a good scran, to be honest.
Right. Okay.
Um, Somewhere that I actually like, this may be a surprising one, but considering like how busy it is all the time, but I suppose that's probably a good thing, is
Mhm.
I love going to Sugo.
Okay.
That's
Brilliant.
if I had to pick the first place that I really, really wanted to go to,
Okay.
and yes, the food is absolutely incredible and it's just consistent and everything's great. The way that my brain works is things work fast. So
Okay.
going in somewhere like that to me works for me because I like fast service. I don't want
Okay.
to be sitting 15 minutes waiting on somebody coming over just asking me what I want to drink. I like that. And I know not a
Okay.
lot of people do like that because I did
Yep.
take my mum and she almost had a panic attack at how fast the girl came over. Whereas the girl came over and said, have you been here before? And I was like, I've been here before. She'll have the number 1. I'll have the number 4. We'll get the sourdough bread. We'll have the mozzarella and just bring it all out together, please. And the girl was like, okay, that's fine. And I thought, I love that.
Militant. It's like,
I love that.
okay, fair enough.
She almost took her apron off and gave it to me, actually. But I love that. It's my
No wonder
favourite
the
kind of
other half
restaurant.
just sits and does as he's told. I'm
He-
starting to
oh,
feel under pressure now.
He is chilling. He's chilling. He knows that I'm a talker. I'm a talker. I like taking control of those
I
kind of
hadn't
things,
noticed. I hadn't noticed.
I know I'm quite quiet.
So
Um,
Sugo for restaurant.
Sugo's probably my favourite restaurant.
If you were going for a drink with the girls, where would
Drink
that be?
with the girlies. Oh, it depends if the sun's out or not.
Why did there know there have to be a list? It couldn't just be a straightforward answer.
Of course it's
It had
not.
to be categorised.
And do you know why? I think it's important for me to then say both of them because I know that if any of my friends or any of my clients or anyone online is asking for recommendations on
Yes.
where to go, especially as a female, if the sun's out, you're wearing a completely different outfit. So depending on what outfit you're wearing, depends on where
I
you're
stopped
going.
short of saying what I was going to say there. It affects my wardrobe usually as well.
I can imagine. So and I feel as if if it was a nice sunny day,
Okay.
Kong rooftop,
Okay.
love Kong rooftop. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I've always felt like the service was really good in there as well. I feel like they're happy to explain the menu. You don't ever seem as if you're bothering them by
Yep.
asking for something different, things like that. So that would probably be my number 1 choice if the sun was out. If it was a rainy day,
Which
love-
it is mostly in
which
Glasgow.
is most of the time, I'm always trying to get my friends. I love the Corinthian.
All right,
I
okay.
love the Corinthian, and there's just some kind of element of elegance within that
Yep.
that I'm not really a pub goer.
Okay.
I'm not really a pub goer, but if it means that you're somewhere just that I can get a nice bottle of Prosecco
Okay.
and not your £10 bottle of Prosecco that I might get somewhere else. That's what I quite like. So if I was choosing where I was going those nights, that's where I would
Treat yourself
suggest.
and have a wee bit of indulgence.
Uh-huh.
It would be the Corinthian.
Yep. Love
Right.
the
Okay.
Corinthian.
If you were going on an overnight stay, if you were at a hotel, where would you pick? And I'm going to ask a caveat question in the back of that.
Don't ask what happens.
No, that's no, none of my business. What I was going to say was has another one came into the mix since we were at the
Funnily enough, yes,
the
actually.
venue the other night.
Yeah.
Did that influence anything at all?
Absolutely.
Right,
To
okay.
somewhere that I've never actually been before. So somewhere that I probably would go to or would want to go to. It's quite hard because I don't often get to stay
Okay.
in Glasgow
Right.
since I bought my house, so I don't need to run off to a hotel room to see my man.
Priorities. Aye.
It was quite nice. One that I did stay in that I really liked was the Moxie,
All right. Okay.
and I really so that one down kind of Finiston.
Yeah.
I remember staying in that one, and that one just being quite nice.
Quite quirky. It's a wee bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit
different.
different. Yeah, and it was simple. There was not trying to be something that they're not,
Yeah.
which I think is really important in the hospitality industry. So that's one that I have actually experienced, but one that I am desperate to get a room at is House of Gods.
House of Gods.
I am desperate.
Just so we clarify for everybody watching, right? That when I said about the one that I introduced the other night, it wasn't me and you at or anything like that. Was there that kind of show, right?
Absolutely not.
No, we were doing an event at House of Gods the other night, and they were the team that we got on. Justine and the guys are going to be on a coming show.
Yeah.
But that was that
Really
your
excited
first
to talk
time
to them.
in the venue, or was
Yeah, I'd been to the Sacred Garden at their rooftop. I've been to there a couple of times before now.
right? Okay.
And I mean, that's just, oh my goodness, that is so aesthetic. And again, I actually went with family members before the last time that I was
All right,
there.
okay.
So me and my family had gone out for drinks, and the servers it was so nice how engaging they are with you. They are, honestly, it was like you were talking to one of your friends.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved that. And because I've got family in Manchester, and they were up for the weekend or the week, I can't remember how long they were here for, but I had suggested to go to the Sacred Garden, and they also were so impressed with not only the actual like food that they got and the drinks that they got, and the kind of nibbles and stuff, but they love that kind of engagement as
The
well
approach.
from staff members. You feel so welcome.
Yeah.
You're not rushing to get off a table. That you're not you're not afraid to ask them for anything,
Yeah.
anything at all, and they'll stay and they'll talk to you. And honestly, it just felt as if you'd known them for years.
Yeah.
And so even the next time I walk back in, I'm like, oh hi, how are you?
You
Have
did.
we met
Aye.
once? They
They're
probably
the-
might not have remembered me, but I remember them,
and
and I
that's
think
one
that's
of the
important.
things that they do that I've always been impressed with Mike and Justine and Ian and the team across there. Their whole philosophy is treat everybody like you're a rock star. It's
Listen,
based on a
they've
rock
nailed
star
it.
rider.
They have nailed it. I felt like a celebrity.
Aye, no, it was good, and as I say, the girls had a great time meeting each other
Uh huh.
and stuff like
Yep.
that, and it
Yep.
was good. Obviously, me taking photos again as the
Again,
standard
it's why he's here.
company photographer.
Don't know
Aye.
why he thinks he's here for anything else.
It's not for my chat. Aye,
No,
no, that's crap.
no. That's why
But
I'm here now.
yay! But yeah, so that kind of experience. A lot of the kind of venues you're talking about that
hmm
seem important to you are
Yeah.
kind of experience led,
Yep. Yeah,
as
absolutely.
opposed to
It's just
just
to me that's just it's so important because that's what I'll remember. I won't remember if you made the pasta right. I won't remember if you well, I might if you make it really wrong, but like if the food I just expect you expect the food to be
good,
right. Okay, you expect it to be good. So that's why
edible,
you've
and
gone.
decent.
Exactly. If you
100%.
poison
Aye,
me, then I'll remember it that way. However,
aye.
you expect that to be good. So that's just the baseline. That's the standard. It has to be good. But what I'll remember, and actually another one that I is like an up and coming one that I am actually I can't believe I never even mentioned at the start, but
Right.
is Cuvée
All right.
in
Okay.
Princess Square.
Okay.
So I can't remember what it used to be, but they're fairly fresh into it. And funnily enough, I'm actually having my birthday there this year.
All right. Brilliant.
And the I so me and my partner had gone out shopping in January, so this was the first time I'd actually been into Cuvée, and we'd been out shopping that day, and it was kind of wintry and things like that, and we had plans to go to Anchorline for dinner,
Okay.
but we'd finished our shopping and we realised that our reservation wasn't for another 2 hours, and we thought, "Oh, where would we go?
Cool time.
So let's go into Princess Square because we haven't been in there for ages." Because it's not really somewhere that a lot of people go anymore. It's maybe
No,
it's
100%. Yeah.
there's
I
a
mean, you've
lot
got
of
you've got El Pavone down the stairs, which
uh-huh.
has been there forever and a day, which is
Yep.
phenomenal. We
Yep.
know the guys really well there.
And
But
some people are like, "Oh, I've never been to Princess Square," sort of thing.
yeah.
So, Cuvée is down in the courtyard at the bottom,
Yep.
and we went in, got seated, and I think we came in contact with 4 different staff members,
Okay.
and all 4 of them were so inviting and just they were so kind. And I'd said that to John because we'd already had like a couple of drinks when we'd been out shopping anyway. And I was like, "Am I steaming or are they really nice?" And he was like, "No, they're really nice actually." So, and they do the most beautiful bottle of prosecco.
Oh, really?
They really, really do. It's like
I'm
a kind of
noticing a
peachy one.
trend that's coming
Well,
here.
I'm just trying to drop hints for my birthday gift.
Anybody that wants to send in a bottle of prosecco for Molly, I'm sure she'll be very grateful.
I welcome it.
But yeah, not that she's hinted about it at all. But never mind. But no, you're right, and
Service is just it's just top tier for me. Has to be.
that's I think that, and then we've mentioned it in some of the other shows
Mhm.
that yeah, places can be busy. Yeah, the venues have got challenges and aspects, but the venues, if you look at the venues that are doing well, that we've kind of mentioned some of them already, but House of Gods,
Mhm.
Berlinkies, Wonder Bar, Kong,
Mhm.
these kind of places in some through in Edinburgh, like Cold Town House and things
Mhm.
like
Uh-huh.
that,
Mhm.
their service and their engagement is a non-negotiable.
It has to be.
You,
Yeah.
they've got they're not trying to be somebody else. They're not
Mhm.
trying to do what
Mhm.
anybody else does. They're just being themselves
Uh-huh.
and creating
And
their own
they've
experience.
shown their personality, like their
Yeah.
servers and things like that. I know we were talking about robot servers previously, but I don't want a robot server. I want somebody that's going to give me a bit of chat. I want somebody that I can, if they come over and they immediately ask you, "How are you guys today?" "Yeah, we're good." "Oh, what are you out for?" Before they even ask me what I'm
Yeah,
having for a drink,
100%.
I feel seen, I feel heard, and I feel welcome immediately. Feel
And that's
comfortable.
where I'm guessing, and I know it's the same for me, but if places are busy and your food is taking that wee bit longer and your people that you're engaging with, the venue's
Yeah.
polite,
Uh-huh.
welcoming,
Yep.
friendly,
And they're coming over saying, "Listen, it's just gonna be another 5 minutes. Is that all right?" And you're like, "Not a
pe-
problem."
people
Yeah.
are more receptive or
Uh-huh.
engaging for that point of view. Whereas if you're just going through the motions,
Uh-huh.
you feel
Yeah.
disconnected, and I totally get it,
Yeah.
and I understand that that's hugely important to people. It's certainly important to us.
Yeah, definitely.
As I say, sometimes that can maybe get lost in certain venues, but
Mhm.
it is vitally important.
Mhm.
But that's we're coming to the end of the first
What a shame.
show. I know.
shame.
This is the longest you've ever spoken to me without slating me. But I don't know how
I think there was a
take
couple in there.
I don't know how I should take that. But what the next aspect, we're looking at the awards. You're going to be involved in the
Whoa,
awards.
so excited!
We have one of the prototypes of the awards in front of us. So yes, Monday the 10th of August.
Monday 10th of August. It's in my diary.
That's them calling.
That's
now.
John saying stop
That's,
slating me on your
that's-
podcast.
That's How impromptu is that? I don't even know who that is, but we're bye. Live TV, folks. Live podcast. But yes, we
It's
are.
Tracy from TikTok. Will you stop slating me?
It's Celino's complaining, or Tracy from Celino's on the phone. What to do with you? But yeah, so you guys are involved, obviously, in the awards.
Yep, super excited to be there. Cannot wait.
the
The
mod
energy
team.
is going to be through the roof.
It is going to be a special night, and
Yeah.
as I see, even the people that have attended the last 5 awards, I think are in for a bit of a surprise at this one as well,
Oh,
because
yes.
it's going all out. You guys are going to be
Yep,
elegantly
doing our thing.
portraying yourself and supporting the brands in your
Absolutely.
OnTrade cat
Can't
suits
wait.
and
Can't wait for it.
bringing a bit of class to the event, unlike me, obviously. But
That class till I open my mouth.
again, no offence, Tracy, you're all right, so stay quiet, so you're fine. But no, we're looking forward to having you involved. Welcome to the
Thank you
OnTrade Show
so much.
podcast. It's
Thank
great
you.
to have you involved, and yeah, we'll look forward to
Can't wait till the next one.
getting your insights and moving forward. So this has been another OnTrade Show podcast. Thank you for the intelligent, beautiful and stunning new co-host Molly for being involved. Hopefully you'll get rid of the sight of me very, very soon. And until the next one, thank you for joining us.
Bye.
This is the real